Hi, my name is Allison Russell. I'm going to give my informative speech on melanoma. According to Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, last year in the United States, there were 2,596,993 deaths. 584,881 of those deaths, though, were caused by a form of cancer. The cancer that I will be discussing today is called melanoma. Melanoma killed an estimated amount of 10,130 people. This is not the most common cancer in the world, but is known to cause the most deaths. In this speech, you will be informed on what kinds of melanoma you could be at risk for and ways you can avoid getting it. I am surrounded by people every day that do not take the precautions they should to prevent getting melanoma. Especially with prom right around the corner, girls start tanning more often thinking they will not get cancer, but they have a very big possibility that they will. Everyone around the world can be affected by cancer, yet not many people take it as seriously as they should. First, I will discuss the types of melanoma that you are most likely affect. Second, I will examine the things that can be done to treat melanoma if you do get it. Third, I will discuss the steps you can take to prevent getting melanoma in the first place. My goal of this speech is to inform you on the dangers and hope that people start taking this seriously, especially younger people. There are 4 main types of melanoma that are more common in some people than others. The first one is called superficial spreading melanoma. This is known as the most common type of melanoma that people get. It is common in young people, though, it is more common in young people than it is in elderly or colored. You will start to notice spots on your body that may be tan, black, red, blue, or white, and particularly on moles. If you see these spots, it would be in your best interest to get them looked at and removed. Even though it isn't the fastest spreading type of melanoma, it is still best if you get rid of the spots as soon as you notice them. The second type is called lentigo maligna. Lentigo maligna is very similar to the one I mentioned a minute ago, except it shows up most in elderly. This type of melanoma is also the most common type that is found in Hawaii. The third type is called acrolentiginous melanoma. It is most commonly found in African Americans and Asians. It is recognized the most on the bottoms of your feet, palms of your hands, and under your fingernails. The 3 I mentioned above start spreading on the top layer of skin, taking time to spread deeper than that. The last one I'm going to mention spreads the quickest and is only found in 15% of patients diagnosed with a form of melanoma. It is called nodular melanoma. It is most common in elderly and sometimes on the top of men's head. It normally appears as a bump and it is black. Now that I have informed you on the types of melanoma, I would like to provide you with the information you need in order to treat it. Depending on what stage you have of melanoma will determine the type of treatment you will encounter. Stage 0 is when the melanoma spots have not made their way to your internal body parts, but has only infected the first layer of skin. In this case, the treatment plan would just be get the spots looked at and removed. Stage 1 melanoma is very similar to the first treatment plan. Doctors will examine the size of your spot and will most likely cut it out. The incision will be about 1 to 1.5 centimeters larger than it would be in stage 0. Therefore, you would have a bigger scar and it would take longer to heal. Stage 2 is when you are in greater danger of the lymph nodes being infected. In this case, you would need to get a lymph node biopsy, and if the cancer cells are found, your lymph nodes would need to be removed. Stage 3 is when the cancer has gotten to your lymph nodes already when you first go in to see the doctor. In this case, you may have to do 2 things in order to get rid of the cancer, and also prevent it from coming back. You need to get your lymph nodes taken out and may need radiation therapy. Stage 4 is the hardest to cure. This is when the cancer has spread past the lymph nodes and onto other organs in your body. Most of the time, the cancer is too big to get surgically removed right away, so radiation therapy and medicine will help shrink the cancer so that it can be removed. There are many things you can do to prevent yourself from getting in any of those situations. A huge one is to wear sunscreen. It is best if you use sunscreen SPF 15 or more. Anything less than that will probably not get the job done. Another thing would be to wear sunglasses to protect your eyes, and even hats to protect your scalp, and to wear clothing. There are also other ways you can make yourself tan instead of using tanning beds, like lotions, rather than put yourself in harm's way. Making sure you keep an eye on your body so that if you do start to notice something changing, that you'll be able to get it checked out right away. Last thing, do not use tanning beds. The UV rays in tanning beds are stronger than the ones coming from the sun outside. This will increase your chances of getting skin cancer greatly. Melanoma can cause many scars, not physically but also mentally. It is better to prevent getting it before it is too late, because your body will be put to the test. You shouldn't think that because you tan easily or a different race that you become exempt from getting melanoma. Taking the precautions like using sunscreen and avoiding tanning beds will prevent you from being put up against a very hard test.